The Pentagon says it successfully tested a missile defense system that could protect the United States from North Korea. The military first fired a target missile yesterday from a remote island in the Pacific. Then it launched an interceptor missile from California to destroy it. And video shows the interceptor launch. The ability to shoot down an intercontinental missile comes just days after the latest North Korean missile test. David Martin is at the Pentagon. David, good morning.
Good morning. Since North Korea has said it is finishing work on an intercontinental ballistic missile, this was an important demonstration that the U.S. has the capability, at least under test conditions, to shoot down an incoming ICBM.
The target, a missile with the trajectory and speed of an ICBM, was launched from the Kwajalein Atoll in the Pacific. Minutes later, an interceptor missile blasted off from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California, maneuvering into the path of the incoming ICBM, traveling at roughly 4 miles per second. According to the Pentagon's Missile Defense Agency, the kill vehicle intercepted and destroyed the target in a direct collision. 36 interceptors are based in silos in California and Alaska. They go on alert every time the U.S. expects another missile test by North Korea. But until now, the system had never been tested against a missile capable of threatening the U.S. homeland with a nuclear warhead. This test, which costs $244 million and was nearly 3 years in the planning, brings the overall success rate to 10 intercepts in 18 tries. A modest record, even though test conditions allow time to move powerful radars like this sea-based X-band radar into position. Thomas Carrico is with the Center for Strategic and International Studies.
The most realistic test, the only true realistic test, would be if North Korea were to launch something at the United States. Nobody wants that kind of realism.
If it were the real thing with little or no warning, the U.S. would have to launch multiple interceptors against an incoming missile. So if one missed, the second or third might hit.
And so in that sense, you also kind of reduce the risk of any one particular interceptor failing, and you kind of increase the effectiveness, the likelihood that you're going to kill it.
It's hard to think of the United States in an arms race with an impoverished country like North Korea, but that is essentially what's happening. U.S. missile defenses racing to keep ahead of North Korean nuclear missiles. Gayle?
It is hard to think of it in those terms. Thank you very much, David.